family. It is obvious you have found your purpose. To the other speakers, thank God He made you realize your main purpose in life. You all did very well tonight, I must say. And to you all who have gathered here tonight, I am glad you all have come to believe in God, to understand that you were created by God for a purpose, that you are a product of His love. I implore you all to get a copy of this masterpiece. Don't scatter your purpose. God bless the author for putting together such a powerful book in a time like this, when so many young people are out there scattering their purpose, scamming and killing each other. Let this book be the compass that directs you to your true destiny, and you will find your purpose. Thank you.
Again. You guys are tired already? And the guest speaker don't come on yet? Okay. Just quick look in your package. Please follow the form, the evaluation sheet. Just do it as the speakers come, and please, you're going to leave that with the young lady in the pink that gave you your package, and also the contact form. I will need them. Please, if you don't, you'll pay $5,000. So please do. All right, we're still on it. Question. What was the first tip that our fourth speaker, I think, Miss Cudna, gave to us? The first very tip. It was numbered. Nobody know no more, Bobby? When I get tired, alright, I'll give you water this time. The first tip. Woo! Okay, yes, that's it. Come and grab your Bobby. Okay, we're still on it. We want to thank Anthony for the way he had delivered just now. It was heartfelt. Okay, we have another young, vibrant, strong, multi-talented modeler, dancer, artist. Oh, she did my face too. And Anita Clark, with the topic, how to double up on your God-given purpose and shine. Let's give it up for her. Now, Anita is a schoolmate of mine from tourism. That was when I was lost to know my purpose. I did tourism. I have a degree, put it up on some shelf in my room, taking dust because I did not find my purpose. Give it up for her again.
Good evening, everyone. I want to first thank my colleague Michelle for inviting me to speak on this platform and to do that which I enjoy doing, or one of the things I enjoy doing. I'll be sharing with you this afternoon on the topic how to double up. How to double up as you fulfill your purpose, double up on your talents rather as you fulfill your purpose. And I'll be sharing two stories as I go along. I want to start by saying it is okay to be multi-talented. It is okay to utilize your God-given talent to the best of your ability, not just to please self, but to please others, right? So don't feel cute, don't feel ashamed if you realize that God has blessed you with multiple talents and for some reason you feel like you're just too much, or you don't want people to perceive you as somebody who is too much because you have all these gifts, right? And them probably just have one or none. It is okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is okay. I am I'm a living testament to that because I must thank God and my parents because He has blessed me with multiple, and I want to repeat, multiple talents, and I have found a way to package them in a way where, you know, I'm not overwhelmed or become burdensome, but because I enjoy doing all the things that he has blessed me with, I just put them in bite sizes and just live my life fulfilling my purpose. One of the things, I'm guilty of this too, let me just start by saying that. One of the things that prevents us from leaping and moving forward is fear, and my brother in the back touched a bit on that, but I want to remain on that a bit because that's mainly what I'll be speaking about this afternoon. Fear is one of those things that will prevent you from actually actualizing and becoming the person you were born to become, right? It can cripple you in such a way and cause you to feel less than, unimportant, because you have not found a way to get over being afraid. You have not found a way how to just pray through whatever it is that is preventing you from leaping forward. And sometimes as Christians, we find ourselves in situations where, yes, we know we can do it, but because we see a lot of persons in front of us, or we feel like we're not equipped enough, we tend to want to crawl into a shell from time to time. I want to just say to you again, try as best as possible. Whenever you feel that spirit of fear coming on, just remember, again, the scripture, Timothy 2, verse 1 and 7. And this is something that I live by, not just in my entrepreneurial life, but in my daily life. Whenever I feel like I can't do and I can't be, I always try to counsel myself in believing that God has not given me a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and of a sound mind. So whenever I'm thrown in situations that will cause me to feel like, you know, Anita, you're feeling like, you know, your heart is gonna jump out of your mouth, or you just can't because you're just afraid, you just want to hide. You just want to dip and hide whenever you are in certain situations, whenever persons believe that you can do things, but you don't believe yourself that you can do it, you want to just crawl in a shell. Don't do it. Don't do it. Another thing that prevents us from leaping and living our purpose as we bask in our God-given talents is doubt. We don't feel like we can do it enough. We don't feel like we are enough. We don't feel like God has blessed us with all these gifts, but at the end of the day, we don't feel like we can own it and just be great. Procrastination is another thing that prevents us from leaping forward and living in our purpose. And everybody, I believe, understand what I mean when I say, you know, hold on to it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Maybe I'm going to do it next week. No, now is the time. You have to jump on it now. If you don't do it now, somebody else is going to do it, and then they're going to feel like, oh, you know, maybe I told Chrisanne that I'm going to do this, and because she shared it with her cousin, and her cousin started doing it now, I feel like to take my idea. No. Just like how God has blessed you with intellect to think of something, He has also blessed somebody else. And even though you might not be talking to that person, or you don't have a special relationship, God bless the other person too. So it's just for you to realize that no, it's not the person take the idea, but God blessed her and opened her or his eyes to do the same thing He has called you to do, right? Lack of money is one of the other things that prevents us from living our purpose. And everybody knows, and everybody strapped for cash, and them don't have it. But there's a way around not having it. You have to realize that if you want to be a dressmaker, if you want to be an artist, whatever it is that you believe your purpose is, there's a way around not having money. The government provides several avenues, and not just the government. You have non-governmental agencies that will provide grants. You just have to realize these avenues and tap into them. Don't feel afraid. You alone can't do it as an entrepreneur. You have to ask for help. Even though you feel like, yes, I'm a one-man show, and yes, God bless me with all the talent, so guess what? I'm going to be the star, I'm going to do it alone. You're going to crash. You're going to crash, right? I'm guilty of that too, forgive me. because I like to do a lot of things, right? And I like to have control. And sometimes I find that I get burnt out. That's the honest truth, because I feel like I want to do it and I want it this way, and I can't sleep sometimes because I'm just thinking, my brain is just going off, Anita, this is how it should be, and Anita, this is another idea, and I'm just thinking, without thinking of how can I do this but not doing it. You know, I can probably inspire somebody else or ask a friend to help me. I don't have to do all the things that my mind is telling me to do, right? So I'm going to share that with you. I don't know if you are as crazy as I am, where sometimes in the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, that's when the creativity and the creative juices start going off in my head, and I can't sleep because I'm just thinking of how can I do this, and how can I be this, and how can I, instead of just relaxing and just praying and just allowing God to work, right? So don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Rejection is another thing that prevents us as well from owning our God-given talents and fulfilling our purpose. It might have been that sometimes in the past, you've gone through something. We always go through in life, right? Amen? Yeah. Always go through. And because of that, maybe you probably asked someone for help and you heard a no, and you just be like, I'm demotivated, I'm not going to do it again because I asked for help and this person told me no. And you don't know how to receive no's. The same way how you don't know what to tell people no. Don't allow rejection. If you hear no 5 times, go out 10, 15, 20 times. You must hear 1 yes. Don't allow rejection to prevent you or to cripple you from becoming the person you were born to be. Because you will hear no. You will hear no. Low self-esteem is one also that prevents us from fulfilling our purpose. And I think I touched on this a little earlier, but I want to go back to it. You don't feel like you can do it. You don't feel like you can be. You don't feel like you can achieve. You don't feel like you are enough, right? Because of whatever situation you might have gone through previously. You have to realize that you have been blessed with the talents. God called you for a purpose. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, and you have to just realize and find a way how to own these gifts and just own your personality. If it is that you have a big personality, you love chat, right? You like to talk, you're a talker, but you're not as confident. Practice in the mirror. And that gift of speaking can in turn become a business. Right? You just have to realize, how can I turn my passion, how can I turn my gifts into businesses, and just work on it. Just work on it. Just believe that you can do it. One of the things I always tell my friends, you have to pencil it. If it is that you want to be an artist, but you don't really know what to do, start finding out. Ask friends. Go on Google. Everything is on Google these days. Go on YouTube, try and own the skills, train yourself, do some class, as my lovely friend at the front said here, right? Find a way to equip yourself with whatever it is that you feel like you are born to do, because sometimes God gives us the intellect and the insight into doing and being, but we don't necessarily, we need some rubbing down and some smoothing down, right? And you have to go through some formal training for that. Don't feel guilty, just go ahead, right ahead and do it. So I touched on fear, I touched on doubt, I touched on procrastination, I touched on laziness. Did I say laziness? I don't think I said laziness. It's number 4. Sometimes we're just lazy, big and lazy. We want to do it, but we say, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and that's all it ever remains. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna, you don't do it. It's almost like procrastination. Or you want to do it, but you want somebody else to do it for you, and then you can just sit and say, yes, it's mine. You have to work for it. You can't just sit down and be cute and just feel like it's gonna happen overnight. You have to work for it. So I touched on fear, and there's something on the paper that I want us all to repeat, because this is something that I think it's the first week of January it came to me, because I like speaking, and I believe that one of my gifts is to serve others, right? So because of that, I formed several outreach and initiatives One of which is an eyeglass project, which I started in the Grand Spend community because that's where I grew up, and I just wanted to find a way to give back. It first started with me joining the youth club of Grand Spend, but anyways, there's a little thing on the side that I want us to repeat. And I'm going to ask the lovely lady here in the navy blue to just tell me what she believes this statement is saying. You know my paper, Michelle? Give her this one quickly. All right, everybody has a paper? Yes, no? Michelle? You should have asked for more. I have about 30 printed here. All right. More? All right, well, Michelle hands these out. I'll just ask everybody else who has a paper to just repeat. Little diagram that I have to the side. After 3, 1, 2, 3.
Now is the time to tap into the source, engage your engine, and press the gas.
All right, one more time. I love it.
Now is the time to tap into the source, engage your engine, and press gas.
All right, lovely lady in the navy blue. Tell me what you get from that. And I'll just ask one person just to save time.
Alright, what I understand, want to find purpose, know what your purpose is in life, find out ways or how to get you to that purpose and move forward.
Okay. You're right, you know. You just said it in a different way than I would have presented it. But my interpretation of this is diagram here and the message that's there is, when I say now is the time to tap into the source, I'm referring to a supreme being that is higher than you and I, right? Which is God. For me, it's God. I won't tell you what it should be for you. For me, it's God. So whenever I feel like I can't, I pray. And I try as best as possible to ask God. Because you must ask him, you know. Sometimes you feel like, as an entrepreneur, as a woman or a man in business, your basket is going to be full all the time. Like 365.25 days in the year. It don't work like that. Sometimes you go empty where you have to come so and just one day you got to really listen to your prayers because there's nothing there. And that time is when you need to go down on your knee and pray and say, God, you are my provider, you are my way maker, you are everything, and you realize that there's nothing there, no one in business to pay, send some business. And you send it. How much more time do I have? 5 minutes? Great. Alright. I'll just share one story on the basket not being full 365.25 days. Just to get 2 more minutes. I have to share this with my people. I used to work at this organization. Been working there for 3 years, right? But there came a time when I felt like I wanted more. I wanted more, not because I wasn't being promoted. I got promoted quite a few times, but I wanted more for myself. And because the job was preventing me from going to church on a Sunday and just doing the things that I really enjoyed, I felt like, you know, this is time for me to leave. And one day the principal said, listen, I'm not continuing, this is it. And even though they wanted me to stay, I just did not feel like, I felt like now was the time for me to just move on to greener pastures. I didn't know where the next job was coming from. And I'm telling you about last year, March. You know, we don't know, right? March of last year. So I just get up and just jump and leave the job just like that. My friends thought I was crazy. My father thought I was crazy. He just probably just thought I was losing it. Maybe I just needed some rest. But I'm saying, listen, I just believe that God will provide, and I'm going and leaving. For about 2 months, nothing. 3 months, 4 months, nothing. Did the interviews. I kept hearing, you know, you're studying an area now that we believe is heavy, and when it comes down to December period, you may not have time for us to, you know, work, and you may not have the time to really focus on what it is that you need to do now because of the degree. And I'm saying, but to myself, if I was called for a purpose, and I strongly believe that I was called for a purpose, which is why I decided to go study this area, right? And I am trying to seek a job now, and I beg and pray to God for God to provide a job, and I'm doing the interviews. Why do people them telling me that they must employ me? Because they don't feel like the job will work with my area of study, given the time and how heavy it is and whatnot. So I'm saying, you know what? I went home home and I cried a little because I kind of felt discouraged after sealing the deal with one of them, and them asked me to send me my class schedule and all of that, only to come back to say, they had to revisit because they thought the area was XYZ. I prayed in Jesus' name. And I went to this particular